I believe that the Ukrainian bride's business is clinically dead.
Hey guys, we are live. We are live here from our new pad in Kelowna, BC. How's everyone doing today? Today, we're going to drill down on this topic, wartime dating in Ukraine. Outside, Ukrainian people, Ukrainian women dating. October 2023 update. Of course, that's what Connor Klein has to say, that it's dead. In fact, he had the cojones to say, Joe might even be selling his wife during these turbulent times. so I did another live stream saying, if I had $1 billion trillion, I wouldn't sell my wife. But anyway, how's everyone doing? So we're going to basically debunk the lies that are being spread by certain individuals, because they're just simply not true. In fact, it's quite the opposite. We're going to start by looking at some statistics that you guys might appreciate. Where have all the Ukrainian women gone? Well, as of the most current statistics, this is from Forbes. 2.4 million Ukrainians are out of Ukraine. Most are in Poland, then Germany, then Czech Republic, then Italy, and then 23% in the other countries. Now, honey, can you pull up that link? We can show, and the most up-to-date stats are in the description below this video, and we'll pull them up for you right now. My sweetie will do that. So you can see more of a breakdown. I think most are actually in Russia. No, Germany, then Poland. Okay. So this is a little bit different on Statistica. A little bit different statistics, but gives you an idea anyway. And that's good, honey. That's good. And that link is in the description below. Well, what we're going to talk about today is, the truth about this industry. If you happen to be a guy that was looking or thinking of looking for your bride in Ukraine, WTF? What do you do now? Like, if she's out of Ukraine or she's in Ukraine, what's the difference? What has changed since the war began? Because certainly a lot of things have changed. Some things have remained the same. Is there a need? This is the question we'll pose to you guys today too. Is there a need among Ukrainian women? Do they still ask for help to find a good man, a good husband? This is the question. And we're going to look at hard stats rather than just two talking heads here giving you another opinion. We're going to try to present some more facts to you today. Look at some case studies of our recent clients. Some clients have got married, new married couples. So that's where we're going today. So hang on. We're going to also look at what else is going on in this industry. So as you guys know, Match Guarantee is one of the only good guys in town, right? So what's happening with the dark side of mail order bride in 2023? Is it up? Is it down? Is it on life support? We're going to take a look at that. That's where we're going today. So buckle up and enjoy the ride. Okay, guys. Any comments in chat? So I guess the first thing I will talk about. Oh yeah, let's play this video. I was supposed to play this before we said hello. This is the view from our new pad.
The world is talking to you. The world is talking to you. The world is talking to you. Oh, you have to hear.
So that's behind us here, and we just want to share you guys that we're really blessed here. God found us an amazing home here in Kelowna. We're very grateful for it. So, I think the first thing to address is, the stats. Where have all the ladies gone? And we'll look at this question first. Okay. Do Ukrainian women still need our help to find a husband? Because as you see, there's 2.4 million Ukrainian people, of which most of those are women. You probably suffice it to say maybe 2 plus million of those are women. So that's 2 million Ukrainian women, single mostly, scattered around the world. And do they need help if they're still single? Do they need help? So to enlighten you, I'll play a short little video by one of our streamers over on Ukraine Dating over here. So you guys know we have this other channel, right? And I'll play just a short video from our other channel. Where is it, babe?
Julia?
No, the Ukraine Dating one here.
Today, it's completely free for you to have a video date face-to-face with beautiful Eastern European women of all ages and walks of life.
Oh my god. That's it. I'm all yours.
So I brought flowers.
Wow, it's so beautiful.
With makeup or no makeup, hair up, hair down, you always look great.
Thank you. You get to ask all your deepest burning questions. Okay, so we will see you live over at ukrainedating.tv.
So that's one of our other channels, guys. And this is one of the streamers, Yulia. She's living in London. And I asked her to do a live stream and talk about why she signed up with Match Guarantee. She's living in London. She's 26 years old, beautiful, single, very, very traditional. If you watch her streaming, you will see just how traditional she is. And she answered that question. The full video is in the description below this video, but here's just a sneak peek of what Yulia had to say.
Why young and beautiful Ukrainian women need help. It's about just save their time, save their stress level, and find the man who already knows their culture and have a real intentions.
And this is Maria. She's living in San Francisco. She's also one of our streamers there. And she did a video describing why she joined Match Guarantee to look for a husband. And that video is in the description below. And when you guys watch these two videos, it should be as clear as the nose on your face why Ukrainian women are still coming to us for help to find a good man. In a nutshell, the Western world today, we're so scared by women. We're so afraid of women, about family law and, you know, them taking us for half, the emasculation, the feminism, that we have chosen as men to remain single and just bang women. And that's not what Ukrainian women want. They want a family. That's it in a nutshell. But yeah, you do yourself a favor to watch both those videos below. So next, let's talk about some recent ladies that have signed up with us and why they signed up with us. Okay, and I'll turn it over to Anna. Oh, first I'll talk about this one. So I got a voicemail from Elena. So she's in Belgium right now. This week, and she said, Joe, because I know her. I actually, truth be told, I dated her a little bit, but we were not a match. And she's really wanting to settle down and get a husband and, you know, start a family. So it's just an example. This is a, you know, salt of the earth woman who's a little bit more maybe Western in terms of very career oriented, very intelligent, very career oriented, maybe a little bit on the Western, not maybe as traditional as some guys would want. But it's just an example of our point today, that women are crying out to us, guys. Now, why can't she find a husband in Belgium? Why can't Yulia find a husband in London, England? Why can't Katya? Where's Katya in here, honey? Can you just find Katya? I think, is this the Katya? Yeah, we signed up in Winnipeg, Manitoba, because we were staying in the same hotel with her in Winnipeg this summer. She's 26 years old. Why does she need help? Katya living in Canada. Right, so hopefully that's some, you know. Oh, I will say, as a result of the video that we did, yeah, she did this video, Yulia, in the description below, that she's seeking a mature British hubby. She's now, yeah, in a relationship. So she's hung up her her live streaming boots for now as she focuses on her relationship. But yeah, she's in a relationship now with a British bloke, and we wish Yulia all the best because she is an amazing lady. You can see lots of reruns of her streaming over here at ukrainedating.tv, where we're streaming every single day, and you can do live cam shares for free. Now it's for free over there every single day. So honey, why don't you talk now about some ladies that signed up recently?
I mean, Maria. Yeah, Maria, she lives in Germany. She's actually sister of my friend from university. And yeah, basically reading her request and talking to her, we understand, you know, she really wants family. She really wants, how she described, loud, like family with the kids, you know. And it's hard to, you know, like we understand we filter women and we filter men, and they meet with the same purposes. So it's much easier, much faster to develop relationship when everybody have the same goal of creating a family, right? So yeah, there is different vision for a family. You know, someone wants kids, someone doesn't want. You know, those things you have to figure out while you building relationship. But still, you know, people have the same. It depends on age group, right? And yeah, so Maria is agreeing to us to do soul profile. So
it's coming up on Monday, guys. On Monday, I'm not sure what time, but yeah, if you haven't subscribe to the channel. You get notified then if you hit the bell icon when Maria goes live with Jana, interviewing her as normal.
And I just want to add from my side, it's very brave step, you know, to go live. And you know, we wish we can have more these soul profiles, but facing, you know, so much curiosity from, you know, from ladies to go public, you know that this is live stream, you know, you cannot change, you're not allowed to make mistake, whatever, you know, it's difficult. And
they got to be really motivated to find a husband to go live on YouTube.
It's not only motivated, but this is also overcoming your, you know, level of your fears, as you know. Yeah, Joe said not one time that it's bigger than even, you know, fear of death. For some people,
fear of public speaking is number one in the world, second to the fear of death.
So we understand you guys want to see them more, you know, but you need to understand that it's very big step for ladies.
We get maybe 1 out of 20 that we ask that accepts something like that 5% or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Plus, when women worry, even if she speaks English, she can forget everything she wants to say, and this is also make it even more challenging, you know. So misrepresent her in some way.
So do you want to talk about more ladies have signed up, or you want to go into our recent couples?
No, I want to talk about let's start from our couple, Glenn and Natalie. Okay. Just I want guys to look at the face very on the right. No, I want to talk about first. This is on the right, their first meeting in Spain, and look at just her face, it's a face full of hope. You know, it was just like several months after war happened, right? So it's a lot of stress. She's still there, and then on the left side, you see she's like more happy. She's more like believing that something's going on out there, but then look, after this is after marriage. They just sent us recently this photo. They say they are celebrating their first Zoom introduction, basically first date, you know. So yes, people they Natalie is such a sweetheart. She's communicating with Luba, and Luba gave her such a lot of support, about moving to Australia. This is like, as a part of the world, like almost like another planet, And she was, of course, woman has a lot of, fears how it will be, but now, they already happily married, and.
And guys, I just want to point out.
I want to point. Look at her face here now. Look how it changed. Look
We
how
saw her face.
No, but I mean, she's 49. He's 59. They have 10 years age gap.
Uh-huh.
But if I unfortunately don't have her photo when she signed up with us, and like this is just so like big difference between how lady looks when she's alone and when she meet right man, and she's just like a flower,
Anna could do a 1 hour live stream on her face. Can I move on, honey? Glenn is a truck driver. I just wanted to. Oh, 1 second. Glenn is a truck driver. Okay, guys. So for you guys out there that are like saying, listen,
listen, давай, Joseph. Yeah, like men should be super rich, super successful, whatever, somebody right here actually in comments that there is nowadays more demand from high income clients, especially in North America and Western Europe. Yeah. I'm not sure what...
We can't see ourselves.
I'm not sure what by this comment. What does it mean?
So I just wanted to say that a lot of you guys are saying, listen, your clients are rich. Match guarantee, your clients are rich. We're not rich. Well, Glenn is a truck driver. William and Lilia, he's a truck driver. Ernesto is a U.S. postal delivery guy. So you don't have to be rich. That's the only point I wanted to make. Go ahead.
Read this comment, please.
Just answered the question.
All right. Okay. So there is other couples.
Whether you think you can or you think you cannot, you're right. That's my comment back to that. Henry Ford, spot on.
So we have another couple, Steve and Maria, yeah, and this is their first meeting. Was Steve is 46 and Maria 32, so 14 years age gap. And so it's our first date introduction couple, and so this is their second meeting, and they went on a cruise ship together, and so this is like I think I say when you start develop your relationship, of course creating this romantic story first, it's important. This is very important stage of relationship when you the same was Glenn who married to Natalie, the same thing they was doing when he came to Spain. They was just going to some romantic things, doing restaurants, creating this spark, and I think we guys just I think sometimes undervalue necessity of this thing, but this is actually what makes women fall in love with a man, when you just create this romance, with your experiences that you live through together. And Joe was advising on other live stream that one of the things that you can do together is some where you have a little bit adrenaline, or in case of Steve and Maria, they travel together again on cruise ship, so they share some emotions, go to travel, and it's a lot of excitement at the same time, some challenges. So, and there is one more couple, Richard and Nina. He's from America and she's from Italy, but they met recently in UK, and they have, as you can see, only 1 year age gap, but they have such a beautiful first meeting. And Nina was reaching out to us, telling how grateful she is. The same Richard was very happy. She meeting went so well that she introduced him to her daughter and grandchildren. You can see photo, and so it was very warm and nice meeting. Yeah, can we come back? So that's about update of those couples that agree, to show their picture, because we have more couples, but some of them say, "Oh, let's wait until I will get married and then we will show."
So this is an upcoming interview we're going to have with Corey and Amelia, just married. Look at their engagement. Where's their engagement photo? Do you see it? I think this is it. Yeah. So they're engaged March and married in September. That's like 6 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they got married in Miami, Florida, and he lives in Louisiana. So they're a new couple, and they're good enough to go on camera. Actually, National Geographic wants to interview them. We're just waiting for Amelia to give her thumbs up because she's super nervous about it. Because nationally syndicated TV, again, the nervous factor. So that will be coming up. I don't think they will go live. She's too shy to go live, but she's going to do an interview with me and Anna. So that's kind of, an update of some of our recent couples and marriages. But overall, I want to say about the industry is that I hope you guys see there is still a need. So how can the Ukrainian bride business be dying when there's still a need? I understand the country's under war, of course. The situation, circumstances have changed, but ultimately, when there's a demand, there needs to be supply. So the industry is not dying. And in fact, for us, it's flourishing. We're up 50%. And we'll take a look at the dark side of the industry and what's going on there in a minute. But before we do, what's changed for Match Guarantee, honey? So we're saying, yes, we're still, the business is flourishing. We're still making couples, clients, couples, babies, marriages, the whole gambit. But what has changed?
Change the dynamics of relationship. I see now from our couple, like for example, Steve and Maria, yeah, they meet now for second time, and after second meeting, it's enough for her to make her, mind up, and so they applied already for visa to America.
Oh, sorry, wrong one.
Steve and Maria, yeah, they applied for visa to America, and so next meeting probably will be in America, because it's never been so easy, like as never before, to get, to be approved to America and just, start to develop relationship there, like in real life when you continue to develop relationship, right? But without this first two meetings, it's hard for a woman. Like it almost never happened that they fly to men that they never meet before,
Yeah, it's very non-traditional,
so
right? The man is the pursuer.
Still need to meet,
I can just chime in and say that we're actually waiting for the first couple to land in America, the first lady to land in America, for National Geographic to pounce. So what they want is they want to catch one of our clients, ladies, landing in America, her at the airport and greeting her man at the airport, and then do an interview. That's what they're looking for. Something that's in play, live, rather than a married couple. Although they want to interview also Corey and Amelia as well. But so who knows? Maybe Steve and Maria will be on National Geographic. But it's another thing to get them both to agree to it. The men usually do, but the ladies usually don't. So it's tough finding somebody that'll go on TV for National Geographic. So I just wanted to add, since I'm talking about National Geographic, if you can help me find that image, hon. So there's still an opportunity to get in on the National Geographic, basically like a challenge, an audition challenge, and maybe get selected by them. So we have prepared a separate application link at matchguarantee.com/casting. So if you go to /casting, if you're okay with being on National Geographic, if you're chosen, we waive our $20,000 lifetime fee. So that would be covered. And yeah, you get to audition, you get to apply. So there's still some time to get in on that. and they're going to basically evaluate each guy and then his chosen lady, and they both have to agree. So it's actually not easy to find someone in actuality, because we already had one guy, and then he had his date with this lady. He wanted to be on National Geographic. She did not. So it's a no-go on that one. So if you want to be in the running for the casting, go to matchguarantee.com/casting. All right. So yeah, what has changed? The age gap has changed. Hey, hon, we're seeing that about 2 times by about. I'm seeing. I don't have the exact math on it because I just haven't run the numbers yet. But basically, one of the questions that you guys have been concerned about is, are Ukrainian women desperate now that the war is on in Ukraine? Are they just going to latch on to any Joe, to flee the country? They are refugees. And of course, I wondered that as well, right? To be very frank and honest, at the beginning when the war broke out. So I analyzed these statistics, and I saw back when the war broke out, it was about the same. I wasn't really seeing any difference in acceptance versus rejection ratio. So when you start with Match Guarantee, you take us for a test drive. So you choose 10 ladies from the website, and then you get some yeses and some no's back. Who want to meet you? Which ladies aren't interested in meeting you, right? And that number didn't really change. But now you have a friend. But now we're seeing
I'm funny.
we're seeing that it's actually gone the other way. So ladies are getting pickier with us and
those
rejecting.
who live in Europe, let's say, they start to see, what's normal there, and they just, let's say, if before it was okay up to 15 years, now, as our matchmakers say, they want more like not more than 10 years age gap, which is like 30%, less. So it's funny. You guys are afraid that they will take advantage of you, and they, in actuality,
they're rejecting you.
Rejecting you.
And we're really seeing that.
Yeah.
More and more guys are getting upset that take us for the test drive. And by the way, the test drive is going up to $500. Right now it's $200, but it's going up. I haven't decided, either November 1st or December 1st. So one of those two, I will let you know. But if you haven't done the 10 lady test drive package, now's your chance to get in for $200, because soon it's going to be $500. And that's really going to give you the best answer to all your questions. What age gap can you pull off? What beauty level of lady is interested in you? And then you ultimately, with 1 or 2 ladies, get to have a Zoom first date with her with a translator on. So you get to see her level of interest in you, how traditional she is or not. And that's only $500. And that really is the best starting point for you to help, make up your mind if you're man enough for this journey. Because as I always say, it's not an easy journey. It takes time, money, commitment, and willing to work on yourself, willing to understand another culture. And that ain't easy. It's a lifetime journey to understand how Ukrainian women think. If you want to get in on it, you just go to matchguarantee.com/register. It's up here somewhere. Yeah, go right there, and you can register and get in on it for $200 instead of $500, as it's going up to pretty soon here. What was the next thing we're going to talk about? So yeah, we were talking about how our ladies are becoming more picky, because you see their SMV, their sexual market value, in London, in Canada, in the States, it's gone up probably 2 points. If they're, a 7 in Ukraine, they're at least a 9 in Canada, in London, in America. So they're not seeing much of an age gap, and it is influencing them. They're saying, why would I want a guy that's 20 years older or 15 years older or even 10 years older when I can get a guy that's only 5 years older, which is more normal. 5 to 7 is pretty much what's normal in Ukraine amongst Ukrainian people, right?
Can I add something?
Of course.
Very painful, maybe. Maybe you will finish live stream because of that.
Hey, you know what? We're all about the straight up truth to you guys. And what's the thumbnail? no more lies, right? So yeah,
I
sometimes the truth hurts.
I feel more prejudice here being in Canada with you than I felt it being in Ukraine, living in Ukraine.
Well, I was the
This
one that
is-
asked you. We were on date night at my favorite winery. They have great organic food. We're looking at the Tuscany rolling hills with the lake in the background. And the waitress, I felt prejudiced by the waitress, you know, and I said to Anna, do you feel more prejudice in Canada? And you said not really, actually. So you changed your mind or what?
No, you don't remember what I say.
You said you don't
felt
care.
the same. I felt the same from her, and I generally speaking, yeah.
I would
mean,
agree. I feel more prejudiced here. I can just feel it among people. Just that look, you know, that look you get. And while we don't care, really, it's not pleasant, right? It's not pleasant. And
and I understand why women don't want, you know, like there are some people like will be very, like for me, you know, depends on where we was walking before when we was in Ukraine. Yeah, some people were thinking I'm scammer, you know, whatever, you know, walking with a foreigner. I remember one time even the woman was like, oh, he's buying you back. Why you choose cheaper one? You know, he will pay anyway. Buy like, you know, good one. And
in
like,
Ukraine,
you know,
in Kiev,
was like, I said,
when we were
actually,
first
I'm
dating.
choosing what I like, and this is my, you know, boyfriend. You know, like,
it's a foreigner. Come on, buy a Gucci, Prada,
like,
something like that.
Funny, you know, funny. So
Yeah.
I mean, but in the small cities, when we experienced living there, nobody was like, no prejudice, no, like everybody just, you know, it was very normal couple.
Yeah,
so.
I'm just going to put this up because this is our stats, okay, from about a year ago or say, what age gap are you seeking with your future wife? This is one of our onboarding questions. We've had about 15,000 guys have filled out this questionnaire. So very statistically significant. You can see, you can just take a look at it. I don't need to explain, but you see the biggest same age to 5 years is 18%. And those are the guys that are going to be successful the easiest, right? 5 to 10 years, another 25%. Yeah, so anyway, thought you might find that interesting what you guys are asking. 15,000 of you guys that have applied to us, to have registered with us. But there still is some outliers. Like we have a client coming on board. He's just coming on board this week. He's had 2 Zoom first dates with a lady. He's 74. I know they have 26-year age gap. She's 48. Yeah, so 48 and 74. And that's a 26-year age gap. And she's really into him. They've had 2 dates just to make sure. And so again, it can always be, but it's the exception, not the rule.
Yeah, it just happened. Like we know that lady, you know, what she's looking for, you know, and sometimes, I mean, when I, for example, watch a movie, even I see, I don't know, I just by my nature attracted to older men because I don't know what this, but I just find this more mature. I don't know, more like I'm looking for deepness in relationship, you know. For like
Anna's a very deep soul. You guys see that, right?
Yeah.
Extremely
so
deep soul.
If I cannot find this
old soul,
yeah, like
you could say
if I
old
cannot
soul.
find this in relationship, it's just not fulfilling for me. So I don't know. I think there is some ladies who just like me, you know, and but this is more an exceptional, right? More an exceptional. So, but this is just comes with a matchmaker, you know, recommendation. So if you would go and shot for all ladies, like I don't know, 30 and 25 years age gap, and you would just have, probably close to 0 response rate. Positive response rate. And I see, you know, guys, sometimes it's not only about age gap, it's just also about profile of the man, you know, generally speaking, you know, how he looks. Sometimes guys just look minus, you know, 10 years from his age, and sometimes he look plus 10 years. But what makes me upset when guy get results, he come to us with the fears that we have scammers, then he get zero yes mutually back to him. So I said, do you still think that we have scammers? So, and we offer him to choose another 10 ladies, because different ladies, they have if he choose as I said, it's not always about age. It just, if you choose the most top wanted ladies, and they have their parameters, they have also options to choose from. And so by some parameters they not fit, and they say honestly, I'm not interested, so why she would waste your time, but with another 10, or maybe if you open for our suggestions, but I see it's so hard land on guys. It just is preferred to disappear, they just cannot handle what it is, especially those one who've been scammed before, was already brainwashed about what's real for them, real relationship, paying per letter, talking to models, who is into them with their 35 years age gap, whatever. So they cannot handle reality, and they prefer to go to this delusional world of delusional relationship, instead of building a real one. Yeah.
And this is a great segue, guys. If you guys haven't gone and calculated your SMV, I've created a calculator. All the bugs are out of it, and you can calculate 4 things that are really going to help you guys if you're looking to go on this journey. Here it is, and I'll be right back. The first calculator will give you your SMV to today's modern Western woman. The second calculator will determine your SMV to traditional Eastern European women. The third will calculate your probability of marriage to Eastern European women. And the juiciest of all calculators is the maximum age gap that you might realistically be able to pull off with a traditional Eastern European woman. And some of you guys I've seen in comments complaining, hey, listen, I did my max age gap and it was only like 8 years and stuff like that. You see, one thing I wanted is I wanted a very realistic calculator, an accurate calculator. I don't want to blow smoke up your guys' butts, right? Hey, 20-year age gap, it's possible for some guys, right? It's not possible. Well, anything's possible, I suppose. I mean, miracles can happen, right? But I want this calculator to calculate what's most probably, so your probability. So it's heavy on the probability. I'm not looking to calculate what can happen with lots of fairy dust sprinkled on you, right? So it's a practical calculator. So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying you couldn't, and it depends how long you're going to look. A lot of factors, right? But it's a very accurate calculator. And we've had hundreds and hundreds of guys filled it out already. I'm back calculating based on past clients even and what they were able. So I've done a lot of checking to see how accurate it is. Very accurate. So if you haven't already, your smv.com, sexual market value, your S like Sam, M like mother, V like vodka.com. All righty. So, let's turn the corner and take a look at the dark side of this industry. Where's it going? What happened since the war broke out? Is it dying? Is the question. And this is a little video to show you what the industry looks like. Babe, does that look like any kind of reality you've ever seen? Tell me straight up, please. What does that look like to you? That's a social, right? Done in Ukraine by a notorious social company. You guys probably know the name.
It's probably entertaining. Some entertaining, but
looks like a strip club to me. Peeler bar. Hey guys. I mean, so answer the question. Any chance that's any kind of reality?
This is a reality of low quality women and men chasing pink clouds.
Men chasing pink clouds. Well, I got news for you. Yeah, this these socials are back. Check it out. And maybe some guys should say I shouldn't put this up because I'm advertising for them. But yeah, this notorious tour company, it's back. They're coming to St. Petersburg, Kiev, Odessa, Nikolaev. I thought Nikolaev was, you know, and even Kherson, Mariupol. I thought Mariupol was annihilated. Dnipro, Zaporozhye, Sumy. They're even coming to Sumy for socials. Vinnytsia and Kharkov. Kharkov was hit really bad too. So yeah, you can come to a social now in Ukraine during the war. WTF? What the fuck? Seriously, what the fuck? So yeah, this company doesn't like me too much. This is the first basically warning. By the way, did you know their real name is Worldwide Data Inc. Data Link Inc. DBA. Okay. And then this is their next one from a Vancouver lawyer. They actually served me in Mexico. Can you believe it? They found our home and served me in Mexico. So they don't like that I'm telling the truth. But I don't know how an American-based company takes on the liability to say, hey guys, come on into the war-torn country where there's rockets, you know, every day, every week in Ukraine. Come on in and take a chance of, you know, biting it with a rocket to advertise to have socials. But anyway, yes, this industry, as you can see, it's also coming back to life. The socials industry. But of course, the online, the pay-per-letter scamming stuff, well, it has been thriving this whole time. And this is a good point for me to mention to you that over on our other channel, Mail Order Bride Scams, coming up on October 25th, Jana, she's going live every Wednesday with Scammer. We call it Scammer Wednesday. So she will go live, Jana, our amazing Jana, and hear your guys' stories of whatever relationships you got going on with Ukrainian ladies. She'll be glad to hear you out. Again, it's on YouTube, Mail Order Bride Scams, every Wednesday. Just subscribe. I'm not sure what time it is, but same time every Wednesday. And you can ask her any questions about your specific relationships, etc. But yeah, this industry is alive and thriving this whole time. I'm going to play a video. Jana is going to be playing some of these videos, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. Over there, she's going to be playing these videos. So you can see how the PPL scammers do it.
Они неудачники просто в жизни, и поэтому они продолжают сидеть тут.
Yeah, so that is a video training series by a scam training company called The Syndicate, located in Odessa. And I got my hands on their actual professionally taped training videos. They are training scammers. Watch these videos to learn how to better scam and make more money. Here's another little snippet from one.
Было $500, но это с учетом того, что я сделала подарок в этот день.
Хорошо. А какой был подарок?
Айфончик.
She got a free iPhone out of the deal. So yeah, I've got about 23 of these videos of various lengths, and Jana's going to be playing them over on Mail Order Bride Scams on Scammer Wednesday, so you guys can hear about it. Anna always gets so bummed when I talk about the dark side of the industry. She just likes to talk about angels and fairy dust. But I really feel my job is to warn you guys as well, so you can see the difference between dark and light, you know? I mean, these are the guys that are scamming you on the paper.
Совершенно не важно. Нет никаких рамок. Никто не говорит тебе, что ты можешь заработать максимум $2000 и все. Ты знаешь, что ты можешь заработать больше, просто нужно потрудиться.
I thought that was the guy, but yeah, the guy comes on, you know, the super chat scammer guy. It's mostly men that are scamming you guys. Anyway, okay, enough about that. I just wanted to let you know that the scam mail order bride industry is alive and well, and I think it always will be. Again, why? Because there's demand. If there's demand, which is you guys that want to just sit back on your sofa and talk to beautiful young girls, as long as you're going to pay and support this industry, it's always going to exist. And so I think it will always exist.
Couple.
Yeah, I know.
Couple making money.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, true. It is.
Apple from Apple.
It's true. They talk about it in this.
Apple from Apple, don't fall down. Yeah.
In this series, they talk about it. Yep. So every Wednesday, yes. Thank you. What? At 1 p.m. will be Jana. The plane's flying over. It's so cool. Guys, I'll just share with you. We're living now where the pontoon plane is parked, where I fly on my birthday every day. The pilot lets me take out every day? Every birthday. Sorry, every birthday. I wish it was every day. But I've always loved flying, but I'm not a pilot. But he lets me take off, land, fly the thing, you know. So, and I've done this for 9 years on my birthday, you know, and now we're living right out front. That's pretty cool. In fact, I haven't told you, I booked a flight for tomorrow.
No, it's a joke.
No, I booked the flight. Yeah, we're going up, baby, tomorrow. I'm going to give Anna a tour of the Okanagan and Lake Okanagan and stuff like that.
You joke.
No, we're going flying tomorrow. Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, what else? I wanted to announce that, you know, there's going to be a couple of videos coming to the channel about Billy. Hannah, can you help me find Billy?
What?
Can you help me with these assets? We have so many assets.
Oh my.
So many assets. Honey, try not to shake.
Okay.
Shake everything, but remember we played a video about Billy. So yeah, anyway, there'll be 2 videos about Billy coming up to the channel. One tomorrow, that's tomorrow's video. So you want to check that out to see what's his current relationship, how's it going with Oksana. And I think Billy will be going live next weekend to give you an update. But yeah, basically, he's really got some questions for you guys. And the reason we're talking about this is because, you know, it's a classic, honestly, as I see it. It's a classic situation where Western man doesn't feel that she's really into him because she's a little bit colder to warm up. That's Slavs. They're cold to warm up. They're slow to warm up, like a crock pot, not a microwave, you know? And he's not feeling the love, so it discourages us, man. We're not feeling this love back. I mean, he's never going to find another Irina. That was total anomaly, total outlier.
And I was super warm from the beginning to you.
Yes, come on. Are you kidding? You were hot.
No, when you find your age, you disappear, and then it took your time to win over me. You know?
Okay, yeah, but at the first meeting,
you encourage guys
the first meeting, you
to,
were hot.
I have very big attraction. It was visible, but I mean, you encourage guys not to, you know, chase women. But there is a level.
No. I encourage guys to chase women. No. Why are you saying that? No.
But I mean, the thing that when man goes, when he likes woman, you know, and he puts efforts in the relationship, it will find response in woman's heart, or will not find, and then no purpose to fight, you know. But it's true, they much colder. They not very expressive, you know, of their, you know, interest, and they kind of observe first. They observe, you know. Maybe there was a lot of painful experience before, so they just not ready. They're not jumping in relation, especially older ladies, you know.
Yeah.
They're not jumping like when they was 19, you know, just like.
Yeah.
It takes time to warm up them, and if man don't
Yeah.
have big interest, I think this is what works actually against relationship. When man really like woman, he will do anything for her, right? And eventually if women have serious intention, it just will
Yeah,
help relationship.
exactly, Juan. And you'll see my advice for Billy, because my coaching call to Billy is coming up live tomorrow. It'll be on the channel tomorrow, and you'll see. I say exactly that. You want to pursue, but of course you need to keep the manly persona, right?
Can I here add?
Yeah.
I have feedback of some girls that was in a relationship with our clients, and where a relationship didn't work. She not to be desperate. What does it mean? It's feeling your own worth, self-worth, self-value. This is very important. If you all give yourself all to her, these senses, they're not interested. They want to feel that this man knows his self-worth, self-value. He have it. And when man desperate, that just means he's not value himself. So like woman just reflect that she's not value him.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's take this on. N, our regular, he's saying, Joe, you did say that to chase women, and I also don't agree. So let me just clarify for the record what I mean.
It's not chase.
Yeah.
Let's do battle.
Yeah, chase, not chase. Pursue is the word I would choose to use. But chase and pursue, it's really, same thing. Chase is probably pursue hard. So what I mean, let me clarify. Ukrainian women, they don't just like to be chased and caught. They demand it. If you're not going to pursue her, she's not going to come back to you with positive vibes. For example, if you're in a relationship and you don't send flowers, which I think is the case with Billy now and Oksana, but we'll see when we're talking. I don't think he sent her flowers. And this is a mistake, because you're not showing your interest. You have to put your best foot forward with Slavic women. Now, I'm not saying get all desperate and become a simp or anything like that. No, you need to be text
it's
one
a balance.
Text one per one. Don't get into showing that you have a lot of free time and you're available all the time, and you're hanging on the phone or the text, waiting for her text. No, that's not manly. That's not masculine.
Pursue.
You don't want to do that.
I just didn't know difference between these two words.
Right.
Okay, if it makes different sense, okay.
No,
but I can tell from my side, if Joe wouldn't pursue me, I wouldn't be sitting right here right now.
Absolutely.
And what happened to women when men pursue her? She feel desired by man. She feel that she's important for him. When men don't put any effort in win heart of the woman, she just doesn't feel that he's interested in her. One thing. From another thing, she understand. Okay, he has a lot of choices. Obviously, I'm not the one. He wants. If man wants, he will put efforts. That's what I want to say. And woman wants to feel that she's really his number one choice, and he's making efforts to win her heart. Otherwise, she perceive him again, because of perception, because of what happened in Ukraine. When men have so many options, she wants to feel that she's really she's why she wants this, subconsciously, that men fight for her, because men in Ukraine have so many choices that she knows, okay, if he's don't put any effort, he's he's woman lover, he's not commitment, he's not serious, and I don't want this.
And can I add? And guess what? She's right. If a man is not pursuing a woman, if it just comes easy, guess what? We're not going to stick around that long. You guys know it, and I know it. We like a chase and a hard catch. Then we know we have a high value woman. Right, guys? So she's right. Ukrainian women are very savvy, very smart. And they're spot on. They are spot on. So there was a video I was going to play here. about free dating sites, because, I just can't believe the number of you guys that are still on the free or nominal fee, $20 a month, whatever, dating sites. And you think you're going to catch, a rainbow trout. You think you're going to catch a unicorn. And you just, those sites are getting even worse. So here's me and Mr. X. If you haven't seen this clip, it's really a good watch.
What percentage of these social media girls are on free sites, social media, and apps do you think are prostitutes looking for Johns?
The definition of a prostitute is difficult in Ukraine because, again, like I mentioned earlier, here the women have oftentimes a mentality of surviving. And if you described the mentality of an average Ukrainian girl to an average American, who has a more empowered view of women, or you could call it a more feminism and empowered type of lady, she would look at a lot of these girls as either gold diggers or even prostitutes. Coming from somebody like myself who spent time in Ukraine, obviously I see it differently. I see some of these girls as they are looking for a guy who has decent financial means, who's able to provide for them, who's able to give them a decent lifestyle. And every girl has a different mentality towards money. Some of them have incredibly high standards of living. And as a guy, for some, it'll be too high for them. For example, some of them on the first date will want to go to a 5-star restaurant. And yeah, she might sleep with you. Would I call her a prostitute? Probably not. But this, especially in Kyiv, Odessa, and some of the cities, this is a very common style of dating. And women here like to be spoiled. And this happens commonly. Now, if we were to talk about strictly exchanges of money for sex, I would say it's much lower. I think that the average girl here does not want to be thought of as a prostitute. I think that's still in Ukraine a negative word. However, I think it still happens. I think it's just without something that's so evident and that's so direct.
Yeah, interesting point you make. Difficult to distinguish between a girl's intention. I was speaking mostly of like a lady that's clearly a prostitute and is seeking and advertising for a John using these apps. Any idea how prevalent?
Sure. So the word here is sponsor. This is the word that's typically used in Ukraine because, again, like I said, most ladies in Ukraine do not want to be considered a prostitute, and they're not going to be asking for money directly. But the terminology here is sponsor, and that is the same word, I believe, in Russian. They will use sponsor. And that is somebody who's going to sponsor their life in exchange for sex. In America, we might call that an arrangement. Here, they would call that, some of them who are more educated or more westernized would also call that arrangement. However, in the apps, if someone comes across the word looking for a sponsor or sponsorship, this is what that means. I believe that if we're looking at kind of the overall big picture, I would say around 10%, maybe it's higher, but around 10% of girls who have come across are looking for a sponsor. Some of them, again, it's plainly written in their profile. Other, it comes out over time. When you go on the first date, they make it clear what they're looking for.
Interesting. There was a study just published that on average, there's 10% of American girls that are seeking arrangements. So my wife and I just did a, seeking arrangements dating in Ukraine video. Actually, I'll put it in the description below this video. And we were guessing, 10% in America, what percent in Ukraine? And we both guessed 30%, interestingly enough. But it is prevalent, isn't it? It's very prevalent.
It is prevalent. It is, perhaps it's not as legalistic in terms of hey, give me 5,000, I'm going to do this for you. But there's almost like this unspoken agreement here that does happen often. I see quite a bit as someone who spends a lot of time in Ukraine. And I see it happen a lot with foreigners who are, in their mid-40s and above, and who are trying to date outside of their zone of success. They're, within 10 or 15 years of their actual age. So when men come here, they're in their 50s or in their 60s, and they're trying to date a woman between, you could call her a girl actually at this point, between 18 and 28 years old, they have to compensate somehow, some way. These ladies, although this is Ukraine, although they are open to dating men the same age as their dad or older, and they are more open to that than the United States, they know their value. These ladies are not stupid. They know that they could meet a successful man 20 years younger than this other guy. So this man typically is compensating. And it's these foreigners, and I would say too, there's a good portion of Ukrainians who do this as well. And they're spoiling their ladies, and they're adding to this whole situation of, you could call it sponsorship or arrangements here in Ukraine. There's a large amount of well-intentioned men who first come to Ukraine seeking their wife, seeking their second half, and after a series of dates with 9s and 10s, almost the chemistry of their brain changes, their goals change, and they become this type of, we call it in Ukraine, a babik, a ladies' man. And all of a sudden, at some point, maybe it's slow, maybe it's fast, we don't know when it happens, but they change from this man who came to Ukraine wanting a family to a man who just knows he can get any girl and then loses his intentions.
So let's address the elephant in the room out of the gate here. Can I ask you why you've requested to be anonymous and go as Mr. X for this interview?
Have you been searching for a
Drop the bomb on Mr. X there. Anyway, I hope you guys found that very enlightening, because you get it from an extremely experienced dater, far beyond me. I would never want to be as experienced as Mr. X. But anyway, listen, I think this is a good point.
But he's dating 9 and 10s, and so his statistics.
Yeah, but he is a 9 or a 10 man.
I know, but his statistics
can.
also about 9 and 10 ladies, And
yeah, keep in mind.
This is not majority of Ukrainian women. Let's put it this way, right?
Yeah, keep in mind, this is not the typical lady pool that you guys are looking at, right? He's 35, and he dates from 20 to 28, maybe tops. So it's a different pool of ladies. Super high SMV because he's high SMV. So, that is his frame of reference, right?
And in this age, most of the Ukrainian ladies would go for marry Ukrainian men. So it's very hard for like really to find honest lady who consider honestly,
even
relationship with a foreigner.
Even though he's fluent in Russian, but still he's not Ukrainian.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. He's a foreigner. I just want to put up this because you guys talk about our price, and a lot of you guys can't afford us, but in reality, this is the proper way to look at it. The question you need to ask yourself if you're looking for a Ukrainian Slavic wife is, what is it going to cost me going it alone? That's the red, DIY, do it yourself. And this is a survey that we did, and I tried to be as non-biased as possible. I just accept anybody into the survey that will report to us, which is hard to get, frankly. But this is what we've got. The average cost about, I think it's $168,000 and 6 years. For do-it-yourself guys. These are guys that have been successful, and I label success as engaged or married in the study.
It's not average. It's probably the biggest one, right?
It's average.
It's average.
It's average. And average with us, as you can see, the blue one with the Match Guarantee logo there is 20,000 and 1.5 years. So a year and a half to marriage and 20,000. Now that's before our fee went up, so just keep that in mind. But it's a huge difference. It's a many X, about a 4X actually difference. So for you guys that think you're smart going it on the cheap, going to free nominal fee dating sites, trying to find them on Facebook Instagram, Mr. X is talking to you about what you're in for. And that's the reality. You know, I think wise men do it the proven way, the fast way, right?
And the main resource is your life, it's your time, you know,
It's your
especially
time.
for older men, you
Yeah.
know.
You look at 6
You have
years
6 years more
versus
to,
1.5
you know,
years. Your
to
time
find it.
is absolutely
It's
precious.
time that you can
It's priceless.
spend
You
with
can't
your
buy
loved
back
one.
your time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, a few more questions. I did want to address one question here. So about, do you project that there will be a shortage? Da. Da and duh. Yeah, of course. There is now a shortage. There was a shortage before the war. There's now an extreme shortage. And it's sad, of course, because look at the casualties, look at the numbers, right? It's very, very sad. But yes, it's another reason why Ukrainian women are going to need us. They're going to need good marriage agencies in the future because, yeah, there's less men available and even less quality marriage material men that women want to marry. So this industry isn't going anywhere. Unfortunately, the scam sites are going to flourish because you guys that are on the PPL, couch potato surfers, you're not going away. You guys are not getting it, despite 7 years of running mail order bride scams channel. Jana now streaming every week, trying to help you sorry saps out. You're not getting it. And I talk to some of you guys about every month at least. I talk to some of you guys, and I don't know why you don't get it, but you're not getting it. So that part of the industry, which is most of the $3 billion a year spent in this industry, is on the PPL scam sites. Then there's a small sliver of that $3 billion, and it's very small, of money that comes to good agencies, good matchmakers such as ourselves. And that the need continues there too. So that's going to also continue to flourish. So yeah, don't believe these myths that this industry is dying. It's not. If anything, it's going to continue to flourish. There is, I remind you, this silver lining that's on the table right now during the war. So the United for Ukraine program continues for you Americans that want to bring your lady to you. Very simple. No K1 visa, very cheap. In Canada, unfortunately, the program is now closed July 15th. The QET program is closed to any Ukrainians that weren't already approved. Why did you put that, honey?
Because can I answer this question?
We answered this question
No, I just answered.
so
This
many
is
times.
new viewer.
Okay.
He doesn't know. So I will give briefly. Those who live in the Western cultures, we can work. You as ethnic groups of clients, they have higher reject rate from ladies, but still, it's your success depends on your ability and how, if you know how to build a relationship with a woman, and yeah, that's where basically where is.
Yeah, you can find a video on the channel that's just straight up honest with you. I gave the 5 factors that you can be successful, but not if you live in India. It's just Ukrainian women don't want to drop their standard of living. You see, nobody's immigrating to India, right? They're going to London, Canada, America, Europe. Nobody's going to India because they don't want to drop their standard. And you guys, you Indians always argue with me. Oh, India's an up-and-coming country. It's fastest growing GDP country, but
it's very different culture from
the standard of
Ukraine.
living is lower, and it is what it is, right? Now, that said, we just had an Indian roots client. Where is he from? Just come on board, Jana's client. He just came on board.
He lives in Estonia.
He lives in Estonia,
Europe.
but he's Indian. Yeah. So we can take on such a client because we can help him be successful. Is much harder. The age gap that an Indian can pull off is much smaller. But it's possible if you don't live in India. And if you live in India, we just can't accept you as a client because you're not going to be successful. We've never been successful with a client living in India. So that's it, guys. That's a wrap. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. You've got Billy the Kid updates coming live tomorrow. We've got a soul profile video coming live on Monday, and you get to see how a lovely lady answers the 10 tricky soul profile questions, such as what is love to you, etc. And yeah, we'll be back live on next Saturday, we think. Yeah. So, yeah. I'll just put up this comment here. Yeah, exactly. So that's it, guys. We will say farewell for now. Yeah. Farewell for now. I'll just say goodbye with this little song from my beautiful rock star wife here, Anna Seven. This is her song, which is my favorite. The World is Talking to You. Very wise. And listen to the lyrics. Where can they download the lyrics? And they can download the song where? On Spotify? Or where is it, honey?
Everywhere.
It's everywhere. Anna 7. Bye, guys.
Even in song.
The world is talking to you. The world is talking